Well, one of the negative aspects of mass immigration uncontrolled is poverty and criminality. It's important, and you can say thank you to Brussels for that. Most European cities have problems with this type of criminality, pickpocketers, North African muggers and stuff like that, and the rise of Islamic terrorism and religious ideology, which we should keep a close eye on, because slowly these people are taking over places in Western society. New York, they got one of those jibby-jabby Asbana, and Pasha Hazar was received in the White House, believe it or not. Only a few years ago had a $20 million bounty thingy bob on his head. Because basically all these Middle Eastern terrorist groups, they're funded by the CIA. And the latest things which is going in Gaza, not going down too well, those guys are the Hamas. The Mossad, which an Israeli government has been funding them for years. Let's get back to our turf. Now, we have North African gangs, which are called Marets. They are brutal, vicious bastards. They hate anything which regards Western values, but they dress, and they behave in a very Western way. And then you got the pickpocketers. Most of them are East Europeans. There are some Latin American gangs, Peruvian and God knows what, operating in every major city in Europe and here in Italy. Last but not least, the famous YouTuber Simone Cicerone, which is a Roman chap from Rome. He was brutally attacked by one of these gangs, pickpocket gangs, because he was exposing the underworld and the other side of Rome, which local authorities until now probably not a political will nor institutional instruments to combat this type of thing. And much as they get these are people who really love the place they live in, the city. Not like politicians, which makes discussions, in the end they don't do nothing, only make things worse in that area, like Pontedera, for example. Someone told me a story of the current president of region of Toscana, Gianni. I think some years ago came down and visited to see the political party's branch of Pontedera. Instead of waiting for people who are members of the party, he found himself amongst angry locals, because him and his and all politicians, I don't give a fuck, and that they called it had to be taken away with a police escort, believe it or not. Obviously here in Italy, I don't know, for some ideology, whether you like the things or not the government does, Meloni, regarding on Law and Order, you should say thank you to the Lega. If someone comes entering your house with violence, you have a right to defend yourself. It's no more than story. That one will do you and sue you for grievous bodily harm. And regarding these pickpocket gangs, obviously they use underage girls which are up for the club, which they accumulate various charges and they let off on the hook. They go in prison now. And the leftists don't like this. It's the usual shit. Racism, stuff like that. These people came here for a better life. No, they came here because until a certain point they could get away with it. Until it remains this type of mentality, and who governs don't start putting their foot down and slamming a hammer on these type of illegal immigrations, people who just live off the welfare, commit crimes, violence, and even those of the second generation, they don't want to integrate. What's the point of staying here? Go back where you came from. It's simple as that. You got to be cruel to be kind with these people. And this puts in a bad spotlight legal immigration. Those who come over, they have a job, they don't bother no one, they integrate, they contribute to society. But when it comes to immigration, it has to be selective. You shouldn't pick up the ones which are floating in the middle of the ocean. Leave them there to the sharks. Who gives a fuck about them? They're at their own risk.